I found out that my best friend was sleeping with my boyfriend. And then I made her eat dog feces. Bitches, you evil? Yeah, both of y'all is evil, but what the fuck? I am so sorry for starting off that way. But I'm not. Anyways, what? I thought it was an apology. I thought I was, So I used to have this boyfriend and also this best friend. And anytime my best friend and I were hanging out and my boyfriend were to just randomly come over, I would suddenly see her act up. She would put on more lip gloss and she would suddenly try to make her t-shirt look like a crop top, or even want to change her outfit or put on more perfume. That's a red flag. I was already suspicious of it, but I really didn't think anything else of it. And fast forward, one time I was over at my best friend's house. My boyfriend came over and he brought us some takeout. He was eating it with us in the house, and I very often use my boyfriend's phone. I think within the first 10 minutes that he was inside of her house, mind you, I already had a gut feeling, but I saw that his Wi-Fi immediately red flag! Enough is enough! Boom, delete. What the fuck? This is the first time he has ever been here. When I saw them interacting with this in mind, all the suspicion rose to even more. And then what really tied it together, her little cousin unexpectedly came over and started saying, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I didn't know your boyfriend was over, bitch!" And then it clicked. And the next day, I made brownies. Oh my god, and I filled the brownies with dog shit and made her eat it. But I also put a laxative. Are you evil? Are you evil? You put that and a laxative? Babe. Ooh. So she would get sick, and so would he.
Yeah, double homicide.
I don't even know what to say, but actually, you ate that, and they ate that, and now they. I don't even know how you did, and you could. The only thing I can really think about is like the fact that you got your revenge, right? But I don't know how you you had to make the brownie. That's what is concerning to me. That is what's like, hold on. I have a secret. And what makes you think I want to know? And I need to share it with somebody. I don't know who to tell, so I thought I'd just tell you. You guys, calm the fuck down. It hasn't even started. You doing too much already. I have a slight obsession with my best friend, Ashley. And we often have sleepovers. Every time she's asleep, I would try to take as many hairs of her head as possible. And now why the fuck would you and your ass do that? Weird. Very weird. Do you not have a father? It's not funny. Why do you do that? Why do you do that? And does Ashley know you do that? What does Ashley think about that? Have you asked Ashley what she knows? What she does think? Huh? And where do you keep the hair? What do you do with the hair? So I can eventually make a wig out of it. You can't pluck somebody's scalp and try to make bundles. It's not, I don't know what you think this is, Chewbacca. I don't really like it. Okay? The problem here is that she started to notice, because one time when she was sleeping, she wasn't really sleeping, and she caught me mid-act. She yelled at me and told me that she knew something was up, but she didn't know what. It was then that she asked me why I'm doing this. And I said that I'm making friendship bracelets. Well, you creative. Well, how did you come up with that? Did you, I don't know, rehearse that beforehand? Did you write that down? What are you doing? What are you, my nigga? She thought that that was weird. However, that is not the entire truth. I'm actually planning on making a wig out of her hair so I can put it on a silicone doll. What? Oh my god. Lord, mercy have it not on your soul. I will also try to make it look like her so she can stay with me forever. But I don't know how to tell her this because I feel like she would freak out and leave. Oh, really? Oh, I don't think. You know what? Matter of fact, feel like you should tell her. Maybe even show her the doll, show it where it's hidden. Also, make sure that you show her parents, maybe even your parents. You know, like even like your siblings, your grandparents, your aunt, your like I don't know, like maybe the like police. What? And then for Ashley, and if this motherfucker pulls up with that friendship bracelets made out of hair, you burn that bitch. Boom. Okay? Don't hesitate. Don't second. I caught my dad cheating on my mom with my grandma. No. Too fast, too quick, too much. Pipe it down. 2 notches, 10 notches, 20. When she was on her deathbed! How do you manage to make it worse when I haven't even started? Somebody needs to investigate your life. 3 years ago, my grandma unfortunately unexpectedly got really sick. She was told that she didn't have much time left, and so there was a period where she was basically living at the hospital. And a few days out of the week, we would occasionally eat lunch with her. But there was one time where my mom couldn't come with us, so my dad joined instead. It was just me, my sister, my brother, and my niece. We ordered Domino's to the hospital. The delivery guy took a little longer than we thought. So while we were all sitting around, my dad said, "Can you guys go check if the delivery guy is already here?" And we all said, "Sure." I don't really know why he needed all of us to go check. You really don't? So he can have a little fun? The fuck? So me, my sister, my niece, and my brother all went downstairs. However, on the way downstairs, I forgot my phone upstairs. So I think I wasn't even gone for 5 minutes. Mind you, the hospital is huge. As I wanted to go get my phone, I realized that we didn't close the door properly. So it was still slightly open. So I open it further, but the door is really silent, so you don't hear me coming in. As I walk up to them, there's like a curtain that slightly covers my grandma. I can see that she's still laying down, and I can see that my dad is close to her face. Now, as I get closer to them, I see that my dad's pants are sagging. Is that his mom? What do you mean? What do you mean? When I got closer, and why the fuck would you get close? I saw that his pants were off, and my grandma was doing something with her. I screamed because I was disgusted. As you fucking they both got really scared, and my dad started yelling at me out of nowhere. "Don't tell mom, please don't tell her." And he still has the nerve. Bitch, the fuck is on her deathbed, and you still managed to get. How even do you think that's normal? Let me speak to your father. Let me speak to your father. What is going on, honey? Hey, me bomba, you rascal! This was my mom's mom, by the way, not his mom. And why would you put that disclaimer at the end? She passed away 2 months later. R.I.P. In hell! I'm kidding! What do you expect me to say? Oh, she's in a better place. Oh, hey! No fucking way! No, let me pay respects. But whatever that. Are you mad, fam? Can you not think properly? No. So I accidentally fell in love with my teacher, and later found out that he impregnated my best friend. What is this? Crimes and confession? We have a teacher that is really fine, and I've had a crush on him for a really long time. But to cut to the chase quickly, he impregnated my best friend. You should not cut to the chase quickly. What happened? Why is she what? Why is... I know what happened, obviously. I'm not stupid. I had biology, okay? But that's not the point here. What happened? Why did he do that? And what? Because of the huge age gap. Age gap? Okay? What do you mean, age gap? What do you mean? I hope we're talking about like the college and above. He got fired from his job, and then later I found out after I broke things off with my best friend because I felt like she stabbed me in the back. You are not even dating, Anita! What are you doing? I found out that my teacher was actually my mom's high school sweetheart a few decades ago. A few decades ago? How old is this man? And they had a child together. But my mom put the child up for adoption. So I have a sibling somewhere out there. The problem is that he never knew about... I don't like where this is going. I really hope that it's not what I think. So the problem is that he never knew about the existence of this child. And they later found out that the girl he impregnated was also adopted. And I think you can fill in the rest. Yes, that ended up being his own flesh and blood. I'm gonna delete this whole... what is going on? I can't even... Are y'all being for real? Or are y'all just messing with me? So you want to tell me your best friend is actually your half sister, but you are also becoming an aunt? And you... what is going on? And what is... Then what is... So you had a... what? Goodbye. Me and my boyfriend like to get a little crazy. And one time he stuck this... Kidding. Why do you need to start off like that? Do you know what I mean? And then say that it's a joke? Are you nut, bruv? Do you not care? The fuck? So I had this boyfriend a few years ago, and you know, sometimes me and him like to get a little crazy, you know, and send each other pictures. And one day I was feeling like really good about myself, and I felt like a big bundagi. That's just I completely understand, okay? Anyways, and then he says, send me some pictures of yourself. And so I did. And then I didn't really think anything of it because at the same time, I was pretty tired. So I kind of just took a bunch of pictures and I sent them. I did that and I just clicked on send. This already giving me red flags. You know what I mean? Like, all the alarms are going off. Something went wrong. I don't know what you did. You okay? I feel, I get this feeling. I got this feeling inside. Shut the I went to bed and then I woke up with 20 missed calls from my sister, and the entire family group chat was blowing up and a lot of people left the group. I didn't understand anything. So then I clicked and I scroll all the way to the top. I see that I have sent the pictures to the family group. I just want to know how you felt in that moment. How do you look them in the eye when I don't even know what they've seen. Damn, you're lucky that it's just pictures. The fuck? You cannot! Do you need a new passport? The worst part is that I didn't just send pictures. I also sent video! Ain't no fucking way. I feel like you and your entire family just need therapy after this, okay? I don't even know what you sent, and I don't want to know because it feels like I'm gonna live through your experience, and I don't need that. Do you know what I mean? Are you sleeping well? I can imagine that you're not sleeping well. Just when you thought it could not get any worse. Nigga, what do you mean? Could not get any worse? You need God. One day, a few years later, I was at a family get-together. We were just all talking at the table, and then I look over. One of my uncles gets a text message, and his phone lit up. His background was my... I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell. If you want to traumatize everybody like she just did, you can go on over to my Instagram and send me a little DM with your story. I accidentally deleted my best friend's hamster because I was doing the deed with her brother. Right, Wait, what? So one time I had a sleepover at my best friend's house, and I've always had a little crush on her brother. She got a call from her boyfriend to meet her outside, and so she did. She was gone for like 2 hours, and in those 2 hours, her brother came into the room, and he started talking to me, talking. He was very nice, and then quickly it turned into something else. However, my best friend had a hamster in her room, and while we were busy, the hamster was running around loosely in her room, and for some reason he found its way under her pillow. And because we were very busy, we didn't even notice. And one time I heard a little crack, but I thought it was just the bed. And to make matters worse, my best friend's dad just came back from the store with new food for the hamster. So he thought I was just alone in the room. Meanwhile, I was mid-deed, and he opened the door with the bag of food and dropped it in shock and closed the door. Why are y'all living life pro max? We were so in shock that we stopped, and I just went ahead and put everything away quickly. And then when I lifted up the pillow, I found the hamster. But it was kind of like putting so I had to tell my best friend that I basically her hamster slept with her brother, and her dad walked in on me. I mean, we are not best friends anymore, but my current husband, his best friend is her dad. So he was at our What the how do y'all go through life functioning normally? Are you fucked up in the When I was around the age of 5 or 6, my grandpa died. When he died, we kept a photo of him. When I was around the age of 7, every time I had breakfast, I would give the picture a bite. Now, and why did you do that? Why did you do that? What in your But eventually one morning I gave the picture a bite and I walked away, but it was still looking at me, and it looked like the eyes followed me. Yeah, because you bit the fucking picture. Why you biting the fucking picture? What is going on? I did some questionable shit, but I ain't ever bit a picture. Okay? I might have just tried to turn into a mermaid, but biting a picture? I don't fucking know. Then one night I woke up hearing noises downstairs. I was fucking scared, so I obviously didn't go downstairs. The next morning my parents asked who was downstairs, and me and my sister weren't, so we told them that. My parents told us to look around the house to see if there was something weird. We had this little closet with alcohol and drinks, but my dad saw that one of them that they never touched was almost done? But But the day before, it was completely full. From that day on, we had 3 days where weird things were happening, like doors suddenly being opened while it was closed seconds ago. Now, we don't have the picture anymore, but we do have one of my grandma that died last year. You biting that one as well? You biting your grandma? What the fuck? A few weeks ago, I was with my mom, and I told her that I would want to try to ask my grandma's ghost something like, "Grandma, if you're here, can you do this?" And what did your mother say? Why would you summon your grandma? Leave Granny the fuck alone. She don't want to be woken up. Fuck. She has been alive for God knows how many millennia. Let her rest. She don't want to come back, okay? You bit her husband. And you want to try to be like, hey, like, can you do this? Bitch, you bit. And then the second I did that, the light started flickering. And sometimes it feels like there's something else with me when I'm alone. Yeah. If you woke her up, she plotting on you because you bit her husband. Why were you? We all did some questionable shit growing up, right? God knows why I did that, right? But I ain't ever bit a picture. Last year, I caught my sister eating our dead cat's ashes. I'm so close to shutting this shit down. But she has been doing this for a while. Last year, unfortunately, our childhood cat got really sick and we had to, let her go. We decided to cremate her. My sister at the time was really getting into mystical stuff. We both share a room and we have one nightstand between our beds. And on the nightstand was the urn where Theo was in, the cat. This actually happened late at night when I was just scrolling on my phone and my sister asked me if I wanted anything from downstairs, like a snack. What, like Theo? And I said, no, thank you. And she said, all right. And she took the urn with her. This wasn't something crazy to me because she did that pretty often since Theo died. She would take him to certain places, but I thought it was just so she feels like he's still with her because she was the closest with him. At the last moment, I decided that I wanted a little snack. And I went downstairs. And when I went downstairs, I found the urn open on the countertop. And my sister just went to the bathroom. When she came back, I asked her why she opened the urn. Because she was devout. And she said that she always sprinkles a little bit of ashes on everything she eats, so Theo will always stay with her and never leave her system. And when I thought, bro, dog, no, too far, too much information. Like it. You want me to be like, oh, look, empathetic? Shut your bitch. Why are you eating the nigga cat ashes? Oh my god. She also revealed that she had been eating the remaining cat food he left with his ashes every day so she gets his strength. The whole time I thought we were gonna spread his ashes somewhere. Meanwhile, she's been spreading them throughout herself. I wanted to get mad, but I didn't. I got really concerned and I told my mom and dad. They sat her down and asked her why she was doing that. And then she revealed that for a very long time, she felt like she was becoming a cat. So that explains a lot. That does not explain a lot. I emailed my teachers inappropriate pictures to the entire classroom. You thought you was slick? How the fuck do you have those pictures? How do you... Not so long ago, we had an assignment. And for this assignment, we had the entire class split into groups. For this project, we had to go outside and take pictures of the environment. The picture part was the part that I needed to do. When it was time to complete the assignment, I had to send all the pictures over through email to the group. I did that, but during that, my phone started glitching. And that's when you stop. That's when you stop. So I couldn't see the pictures. They were gray colored and you still went through with it? Hey, are you? But I did know where they were, so I just selected them. So I thought, you were the only one that thought. We all knew. I would've ain't ever done that. Oh, I added them into the email and just clicked send. But because my phone was glitching so much, I didn't realize that I clicked on the whole class. Mind you, this was late at night, so when I woke up the other day, my phone died. So when I went to school, everybody was looking at me, and I didn't understand why. I was pretty late, so I didn't have the time to talk to anybody. So I just charged my phone, and then I saw that I had a shit ton of messages. People got together and started whispering and looking at me. The teacher that was teaching us that day was a substitute. So I thought it was actually the replacement because the teacher got fired and my parents were called that day. You need to go. You need to go. I have way too many damn questions. Uno. Why do you have the pictures? What are you... What the fuck are you doing with those pictures? Do you have a father? What did your parents say? Huh? What did your parents say? Did they disown you? I just need to know why you have those pictures because the way you're telling this story, C, we, E. Is that me? Yes. I was like, what the fuck is that demonic shadow? I just want to know how you got the pictures because that's concerning, okay? How did you get that? Did you take them? You know, when I was 15, I was using dog pee to get rid of my acne. For a very big part of my life, I had been struggling with acne. And in order for me to get rid of it, I would constantly apply dog pee on my face. Now I know what I will judge. What the do you really think I'm gonna sit here and be like, oh no, it's fine, nigga, get I know this sounds weird. Because I was having a really hard time with my skin, I went online and went crazy looking for all types of remedies to get rid of it. And then suddenly I stumbled upon a website where a lot of people were sharing and discussing their opinions and stories. They were discussing how to get rid of acne. One of them said that I should use dog pee and that they had done it as well. And you believed them? I think this is a bigger problem. I think this, you take your phone and how did they convince you? How, was it only the message? What did it take for you to be like, yes! No! At first I was like, no way, are you insane? And then I was so desperate one day, so I took my dog to the dog park at night. And when of course, I was like, ain't no way I'm doing this. But then I was kind of just like, screw it. And so I put my hands, and then I let it fall on my hands. It felt really warm. There's no need for that much detail. I just started dabbing it all over my face. I continued to do this for a few months, and I actually eventually saw results. Good for you. I caught my aunt doing it with the priest on her best friend's funeral. So basically, my aunt grew up with this one best friend that she had, and sadly 4 years ago, they found out that she was sick, and unfortunately, it was too late to do anything about it. So eventually, she passed away. And the thing was that my aunt was obviously devastated, but she had to take care of the funeral because that's what they discussed before she passed away. Everything? Did they discuss everything? So when the time came that she passed away, my aunt had to go meet the priest. Him or his friend in his pain. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. So what happened was, they met at the funeral. When she saw him, she immediately was attracted to him. So was he. At least, that's what she told you? Ain't nobody in the motherfucking mama could torture this shit out of me. Oh God! What do you mean? Somebody dead and you trying to create life? Hello? Hello? Read the room, Veronica! Before the memorial, they went to the bathroom together. And this was a mixed gender bathroom, so anyone could walk in. And I happened to be the person wanting to walk in as I saw them both walk out of one stall. Really? The priest? And was he in uniform? I bet she liked that. Have you no shame, fam? Did you like fucking the priest? There's ain't no, you know, like... And then he had the nerve to walk up there and be like, yeah, praise the Lord. Yeah! You praised him! Oh God! Shit! Nigga! Back it up! You go to hell! Oh! What? During the memorial, I sat next to my mom and she said, oh my God, did you know that your aunt's best friend was going out with him? She meant the priest. Did she know? This is some weird fucked up shit. And that he is one of your cousins that... So yes, my aunt hooked up with her cousin plus her best friend's boyfriend. Now ex. Veronica. I don't even know if your name's Veronica. I'ma just call you that. It felt good in my heart. Veronica! I'm gonna need you to call up that church again, because I know... And I know your friend is coming back to haunt your motherfucking ass. If I was her, I would. You fucked and your cousin. And her. And let me not get started on that priest. At a funeral. Do you, like, what? What? I unfortunately figured out that I have been dating my cousin for the past 2 years. So, but I'm so in love, and I don't know what to do. Women speak, I know what to do. 5 months ago, one of my aunts had a wedding, and my entire family was invited. Prior to me going to the wedding, I was texting my boyfriend about the fact that I have a wedding that day. And he was like, oh my god, that's so coincidental. I have one too. Was it the same wedding? I already know. I can guess I can guess what happened. I think we all can. Important side note, we have a long distance relationship. We didn't really talk about the wedding. We were more like, send me pictures of what you were wearing and stuff. The venue was huge. I was just sitting down and enjoying the food and the music. I was eating my food and my mom called my name. She said it was time to take pictures, and so a pretty big group of direct family walked up to the bride and groom, and we were all being put into position by the photographer. I was one of the people that was kind of moved around a lot, and eventually I got moved to a place where I saw a familiar face, and it was so weird to me, but I was like, hey, I know him. You do, don't you? And then I tapped him on his shoulder, and I said his name. He turned around in shock when he heard my voice. This exact moment got captured on camera. This is a pic. I would want to vanish. And now everybody has that picture. Why were you so shocked? We were both so in shock, and my mom overheard us and said, oh, I didn't know you guys knew each other. Yeah, they did. Sorry. I mean, they do. They know each other. They know each other. I looked at him and he looked at me, because while my mom doesn't know that, oh my god, my mom doesn't even know that I have a boyfriend. After the picture, I asked him what he was doing here. Really, you can, put two and two together? Babes, your mom knows him, but you could have thought that he was a family friend. You know what I mean? So I asked him what he was doing here, and he said that his aunt is getting desperate. Oh, that's direct. Oh. And then he asked me what I was doing here, and I told him that my aunt was getting married. Is what really. You still told him? We both were so speechless, because that was when we realized that we were a direct family. Nope, it's not distant. So, did you break up? You know what I mean? Like, I want to know what was going through your brain in that exact moment where you're like, wait, this is family. You should have clocked that shit immediately. Oh! But I know you said long distance. Did something happen? Like, what? You know what? Actually, I don't want to know. My best friend told me that she and her family have a haunted family doll that keeps being passed around to eliminate family members that are rotten. What does that mean? What is that? What is that? I don't think that's normal. You know what time yet? It's a family doll that has been passed around in their family for about 150 years. She told me about it because she said that this year it's her family's turn to get the doll. Well, you better back and go. You do not want to get involved in that. The second the doll enters the house, it will stay there for a period of 6 months. It will make sure that the rotten apples fall off the family tree. That being said, family members, what? Wait! Is that what? Because every single time the doll is hosted in somebody's house, one of them passes away or gets severely sick and eventually passes away. Now I have a pretty big problem because I happen to be in love with her No, not too long ago, he proposed to me and I said yes, without knowing about this damn doll. What do I do now? Consider yourself fucked. Every inch of my body, my booty is telling me is the granny. It's the granny. What do I do now? Fam, are you mental? Go get the fuck out. God forbid my future husband does some shit like this. Oh my God. What do you mean? You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that, honey. You're gonna get rid of it. Delete that nigga. Miguel, do you not understand that this is actually incriminating? But how do they, you know? How do you know it's the doll? You don't know. I know damn well that there's somebody in that family that's going around purging. If your grandma is living suspiciously long, eliminate! I'm gonna tell you, I know for sure that there's a granny out there and she just I know it, okay? Cause ain't no fucking way. A few years ago, I was dating this Irish guy, and I'm biracial, by the way, but I mostly grew up around my mom's family, which are black. And so after around 8 months of us dating, I invited him to a family cookout. But I forgot, I feel like I know where this is going. I invited him to a family cookout. But what I forgot is years prior, at the time that we were friends, he told me that a group of Jamaican guys gave him the empath. I told you that I knew where this was going. Why is it going that way? Why is it going that way? We need to go back. We need to go back a few miles. You know what I mean? A few states, a few countries, a few continents. Now what? He threatened to use it, but he never really did. So he threatened to, girl. But he never really did. So what happened is, we get to the cookout, we walk in, and he yells, "What's up, my niggas?" Everybody looked up in shock, and literally all of my nephews started no, that's not funny, but it's ooh. That was the end of the story. And you knew. Did he stop? Or did he say, "No, my niggas don't," like, you know what I mean? My boyfriend proposed to my mom. My boyfriend. Wait. My boyfriend proposed to my mom on my birthday. And my mom actually said yes. What do I do now? This is a case of to be or not to be. And in this case, you should seize that nigga. Your mama! He's clearly gonna do your mom! I don't know what y'all expect me to do in these situations. Do you genuinely expect me to be like, okay, here's what you're gonna do? And maybe I should. Maybe I should. What would I do if I was in your shoes? Suddenly, he wouldn't be able to pee anymore. I'm telling you, because he told me that he was so grateful that I was in his life that he wanted to thank my mom and marry her instead. Liar. Burn that joking, obviously. Yeah, I want to thank your mom. So I'm gonna fuck. What do you get out of this? He's going to be your father. If I was to be in your shoes, motherfucker, I would be out of the country so fast. You won't ever hear of me again. Your mom said yes? What the fuck? What the fuck? Personally, if it was me, me no más. Oh my god! Just imagining this scenario, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do. Oh my god. What the fuck? He suggested that I could marry his dad if... Is he fine? I mean, he got money. Oh my god, I need to calm down. No, because then he's gonna be your stepfather and you're gonna be the stepmother. It's like, ugh, it's kind of weird. Okay? His dad did joke around a few times about marrying me, but I didn't really take it serious. So he was... The only question here, right now, is he fine? Because no. It's better to go to the factory if the product is not giving what it's supposed to give. Do you get what I mean? So, do not listen to my advice right now. You know, if you could send me a picture, that would actually help. Do, in fact, not send me a picture. This is none of my business. I should not be with my nose inside somebody else's business. I am absolutely going to continue being in somebody else's business. You should, in fact, give me the picture. I'm very curious. Ahora. I honestly don't really think that I have a choice. Baby, we always have a choice. You think you don't have a choice because you don't want to have a choice. You already made up your mind. You're gonna marry the daddy. Okay? I already know. Why are we pretending that we don't know what we're gonna do? It's really giving I'm playing dumb. I can see right through your motherfucking ass. Get that man. Don't marry the daddy, okay? Take your shit and go. Get a new passport. Actually, do not get a new passport, okay? Maybe your name is Gabriela and you want to stay Gabriela? What the fuck are you saying? Just get out of the country, okay? You can come to my... Do not come to my house. Thought you was invited. So I really like balls. You know, let me not judge right off the bat, you know? The thing is that I have kind of like an obsession, and it's like anything in that form, okay, is amazing to me. I really just thought, because y'all start off in such a weird way, I can't even, I don't even, okay, you know what, shut up. Back in the day, my grandma used to give me balls. Can we stop with the, what the fuck? My grandma used to give me balls in every color. And I remember getting this one yellow ball that really for some reason meant a lot to me. One day when I went to work, mind you, I always carry this yellow ball in my bag. And when I was looking for my wallet when I was getting coffee, I accidentally left the ball on the counter at the coffee shop. A few hours later, I realized that the ball was missing, and unfortunately I couldn't find it anymore. So then I had to tell my grandma that I lost the yellow ball. And she asked me, "What do you mean? Why are you telling me this? What is so special about this ball?" She told me that she never gave me a yellow ball before. And then for some reason, it looked like she started getting nervous or slightly mad or suspicious. And she asked me to describe the yellow ball. I told her that it was just a yellow ball. However, there's a little keyhole and you can probably open the yellow ball up, but I never had that key, so I didn't really bother to look into it. And then I looked at her and she was completely red. She said, "I never gave you that ball. Matter of fact, I was looking for it this entire time. Why is it so special?" And she said, "Well, I guess you're old enough to know what it is." I think you're old enough. And that exact moment is when I would have said, "It's okay. I don't have to know. I don't want to know. Okay? I'm not old enough. Matter of fact, I don't think I will ever be." Was she shoving it up? She told me that it was a portable... What? Y'all cannot keep doing this shit to me. I'm suing. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? So for maybe half of my life, I was walking around with a man's something her grandma used. I'm gonna log off. I'm gonna log off, and I think you should too. So my dad had this very weird obsession with haunted dolls. My mom and dad have split up years ago, and it was because of this reason. Absolutely. Remove! Block! Delete! The fuck? He randomly just started buying so many dolls. It started off with one doll, and my mom really didn't like it, as she should. And he did not understand why she was so mad about it. Really? Was he maybe a narcissist? It didn't just end with one. He started buying more. He bought like 3 every single month. He wanted dolls specifically from people that have recently passed away. Well, you know, does he have issues? Yes. My mom really started, they were still together at that point, bitch. I would have thrown the man out. My mom really started to freak out and she confronted him about it. He literally told her that she's crazy and this is just a new hobby of him and she should understand and support him with this. Not why is he gaslighting? For what? For what? She later found out he used her credit card to buy all of these dolls. You cannot fucking make this shit up. Toss the man. After they separated, I didn't really stay in contact with him that much. Here and there a little bit, but he kind of just went his own way. After a while, I got invited to his house, and I have never seen his house before, so this was the first time. He asked me if I wanted to sleep over, and I said, yeah, it's fine. Why not? I was sleeping on the couch, and he went to his room. At night, I needed to go to the bathroom, and he already previously showed me where the bathroom was. And mind you, it was dark at night, so I didn't really know where it was anymore. Red flag. There were 2 doors, and one of them, see? It's always the 2 doors, or a basement, or an attic. There were 2 doors, and I knew one of them was the bathroom. However, I didn't really know which door to open, so instead of waking him up, why not just try one random door? If it's not the bathroom, then it's not that big of a deal. I opened one of those doors, and it was really dark. However, there was a tiny red light coming from a corner. So I kind of just used my flashlight to see what it was, and I still couldn't see anything. I was looking for a light switch, and as I turned on the light, I see my dad in a circle, blindfolded, naked, and surrounded by what? I'm not even joking. Hundreds, maybe even thousands of dolls, and if I'm not wrong, it is the haunted sitting in a circle of ash, doing something very inappropriate. Bro, why does he behave that way? What does he do? Does he do something? If you want to share your story, you should not send me a DM. Tell me why I walked in on my stepbrother and my mom doing the nasty. Do you need therapy? Since y'all have been bombarding me with random stories in my DM, I might as well pick a few. Let's hear it, Sierra. Every day, I'm supposed to be at school at 8:30. And ever since I've turned 18 years old, I've been able to call in sick for myself. The thing is that one morning, I was just not feeling school. And I decided to call in sick. However, I didn't tell anybody because I just wanted to continue sleeping. My stepdad gets out around 11 and my mom gets out of the house around 9. Typically, my stepbrother gets out of the house around 10 p.m.-ish, but sometimes he has days off. And most times we don't know when he has those days off because he can plan that himself. I woke up around 10 a.m. and I went on my phone and saw a text message from my stepdad. As I plan to get up, I hear talking, but I hear 2 people talking. And I was like, okay. And then suddenly, I didn't hear talking anymore. But instead, I heard loud ass breathing. And then, a manly moan/yell. I didn't know what that was. And I thought my stepbrother might have fell. So, I went to go check on him. As I opened the door, I found them in action. In position, in motion. I don't know why you had to graph. It was very much not necessary. Anyways, so now I'm absolutely traumatized. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. By the way, my stepdad doesn't know this. LOL, girl, Sierra, do you need help? Do you need bleach? Ain't no way a human being possesses this knowledge and functions normally. Ain't no fucking way. No. Anyways, since we're here, if you want to share your embarrassing story, you can head on over to my Instagram and slide into my DM. Thank you! So I'm in an interracial relationship. I'm Nigerian and he is British. And one day we were, planting the flowers. and he says my name a few times. And then suddenly, I hear him whisper. Little nigga. In my brain, there's no way. There's no physically, mentally, emotionally that this is real. I thought I heard him say that. And I was like, wait, what is he saying? As we were going on, it just got louder and louder. And he just started screaming, my brain does not, I don't want to process this. My little nigga, and with every slap. Hey guys, I'm gonna take a break of the internet because it's just, bitch! And you stayed? The thing that just really, catches my eye and ear is the fact that you were still there when you heard it the second time. The first time, I understand, it's a whisper, right? But the second time and the third and the fourth and the fifth, when you heard that man say my little nigga and you stayed, that's what I'm questioning. What is going on in that bro? The problem was I couldn't get away. Oh! I was tied up. You want to make it worse? And what were you tied up for? That's what y'all be doing? That's what you do? I confronted him about it and he said, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. Then he started bawling his eyes out because he thought I was gonna break up with him. And I did, as you should. And in this very moment, in this very hour, I'm proud of you. When I did, he got really mad and he started screaming at me and he said, you can't go anywhere, my little nigga. I'm so in love with you and I want to marry you. I left this man so quickly, but the thing is that I found out a month and a half later was when my period wasn't coming. And then I found out I was pregnant with his child. She sent a picture. I'm gonna need to confiscate everybody's free will because at this point y'all just doing everything and anything. Recently I found out that my dad is gay, and the thing is that I'm fine with that, but it's the way I found out, and I wish I could delete the images from my mind. We were having a family barbecue in the summertime, and I always knew that my dad was really close with all of his guy friends, but I just didn't know how close they were. His friends also brought over their kids, and we were all just chilling, hanging out in the backyard. And eventually all the kids, we're all around the age of 19, by the way, went for a walk outside. Then later at night, we came back, and majority of everybody was still hanging out in the backyard. But I couldn't find my dad anywhere. I started asking around, like, hey, have you seen Dad? And everybody responded, no, I haven't seen him. So I went to my mom, your mom was, and asked her if she saw Dad. And she also said no. So we both went looking for him. And as we were searching around the house, we heard a noise coming from the bathroom. My mom and I looked at each other and we were like, is he in the bathroom? So we went up the bathroom, but we saw that it was unlocked. So we opened the door only to find my dad and nobody other than my uncle! Your uncle! As it mean? What is that? His what in Alabama? My mom was in absolute disbelief and my dad acted like he couldn't care less. But he was also kind of shocked. Just for your information, no, this wasn't his brother. Bitch, you could have led with that. You could have led. It's worse. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. This was actually my grandfather's brother. So yes, my dad's uncle and him together. But his uncle, Do you also feel like you want to traumatize me? Go to my Instagram. This is my Instagram. And send me a DM. Or don't. Because I accidentally deleted my grandma a few years ago. You can't start off that way. This is not crimes and confessions. We can't be doing. We need to collectively pipe it the fuck down. A few years ago, I was really young, and it was April Fool's Day. And I remember that she came over to the house, and she always had my mom make a specific shake with bananas and berries. That day, my mom needed to go to the grocery store really quick. And so my grandma asked me to make the shake. And that's already where it goes wrong. She fucked up. Honestly, and because it was April Fool's Day, I thought it would be a good idea to put laundry detergent and bleach into the drink without knowing that it would be harmful. I thought it would just give a funky taste. Now, you are the funky taste in the... Where was your father? Where was your father? Huh? Or are you fatherless? What went through your brain when you started pouring? Okay? Actually, I can't judge because I almost did something similar once. Whoa! Who said it? Who said it? I made the smoothie and I was watching her drink the smoothie. But I was sitting there in the corner, laughing like an idiot. You were laughing at your grandma? What are you? What is this? But when I think back about it, it kind of seems horrifying and kind of psychotic. No shit! Why would you sit there and laugh when you gave your grandma and I was watching her drink it. And after 2 sips, she realized that something was very off about it. But she didn't really care for it. See, this actually hurts me. She thought that it might just be the cup that was previously cleaned. So she drank the entire She willingly drank? Bitch, I'm saying, like, that's not really your fault. She drank the entire cup. And 2 days later, she got really sick. And so we had to go to the hospital. They had to figure out what was wrong with her. And then they found out that she had an illness. But then a day later, she died! They did say that they found toxins inside of her, but they didn't know what caused it. At least that's what they told me. Personally, me personally, this would haunt the fuck out of me because you would never know. You wouldn't know if it's you or that illness. Who is it? My money's on you because I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. What is your problem? You want her gone that bad? Don't lie. Okay, I can see right through your motherfucking ass because this is not the way, honey. Okay, 911. Why are you still free? You should be locked the fuck up. Okay. Yesterday, I found out that my boyfriend is a furry. I've been in a relationship with him for 3 years. You've been... Girl, lately he has been revealing himself more to me as in who he is as a person. A furry. Just last night, we had our little date night and we got home to his apartment and started watching a movie together. One thing led to another. And we started being busy. However, there was one point where I couldn't see him properly and the lights were very dim. And suddenly he said, I want to try something new. And he pulled out a blindfold. And I was just excited. Run. Well, actually, no, you have been in a relationship. So, like, you know, like, you still safe. You still safe? But I would have ran. Personally, move the fuck. Then I hear him leave the room. He had been gone for a few minutes already. And I started getting a little suspicious. And just when my curiosity took over and I wanted to take off the blindfold, I saw him. He entered the room. I wanted to scream so loud because I saw something humongous enter that was hairy and had red glowy eyes. I was about to scream, who the fuck are you? Absolutely. Yes, it's reasonable. Okay, the reaction is not too loud, but I didn't. He was in a big ass furry suit that looked like Five Nights at Freddy's. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I knew about furries already, and I just never expected him to be one. I kind of just held my breath because he couldn't know that I took off my blindfold. As we went back to what we were doing in the first place, he told me to take off the blindfold. and he said in an exciting voice, "Surprise!" And I would leave. What do you mean? Surprise? Okay? I feel like that should be a conversation held beforehand. You can't just pop up like that and look like a hairy demon. Hello? No. Girl, yeah. I was terrified at first, but now I'm kind of into it. I'm not laughing. I did talk to, I did I did talk to him about it because I thought it was a little weird. Because I mean, he's 14 years older than me, and I wanted to know how long he has been doing this for. Okay. What? That's what I, because what do you mean like 14 years? Like, I hope it's like normal. 3 years ago, I became a carnivore. And if you don't know what a carnivore is, it's basically somebody that eats meat, but raw, okay? Ever since then, I haven't really been dating. And then eventually, I started dating like late last month. I told him beforehand that I'm a carnivore. And he said, yeah, I'm totally cool with that. I'm actually quite interested in it. And I said, well, cool. I'll make you a few meals and we can talk about it more. The day came that he came over. And I prepared one of my usuals, which was raw chicken leg. You can stop there. Because me, myself, and we are done. What? You don't judge. Don't just shut up, you nigga. Me gon' okay, I'ma tell the truth. Some cow liver. Oh yeah, right? With some berries, some shit, some syrup. Some maple syrup. With a stick of butter. And raw eggs in a smoothie with raw milk. You can't be, what else do you take raw? Cause it ain't criticism. The day came that this man came over and we started talking about it. And then I said, oh right, I already prepared us lunch. He was super excited about it and I kind of plated it up. Like, you know, like a little thing with the chef's thing on top. Oh, and pulled it off and said, voila. You can keep the voila to yourself though. If you give me a plate with a raw chicken leg, some cow liver, okay, and then a smoothie that I would think like, oh, maybe I can drink that, is raw. Done. It's over. I'm out. The fuck? I won't just block, delete, and remove. I shall move to a different planet because something is definitely fucked up in this era. Okay, Yara, I don't know what's going on in Yara. I have never seen a more frightened face than this man this day. He thought it was something entirely different. He said that he thought it was something about not eating fruit. He was joking around asking if I was an animal. See, it's like, man, what are you doing? Mind you, this might be an important side note. This is a black. You plated up raw. It's fine. It's whatever. It's done. It's been said and done. What the fuck? He was absolutely baffled by the fact that I ate raw chicken, which, if you really look into it, it's not that bad. Anyways, I'm glad I hadn't shown him dinner. Why are you trying to be like, yeah, it's like kind of like normal? No. Like, if you want to do that, like, you can do that. Even if it was to be, you know, the natural way for humans to live, I would still not participate. Fuck it! I almost got kidnapped underwater when I was little. How? You know, let me be quiet. Let me actually shut the fuck up. When I was younger, we frequently used to go to water parks. It would always be me, my cousins, and my siblings. We would play around in the water and make up games and stuff. You know, like play mermaids. However, there was this one time where we were playing and everybody kind of just split up and started doing their own thing. And I was making friends with kids that were at the pool, not knowing that there was somebody plotting on me. I met this little boy, which seemed a little different than normal. He was small, but he did look a little older in his face. I later came to find out that this was not somebody my age. This was actually a 32-year-old man. That is actually terrifying. No offense. He was just a little person that just so happened to have a little bit of a baby face. We started to play around and was nobody like, wait, that does not really look like a, maybe. We started to play around and eventually he came up with the idea to see who could hold their breath the longest underwater. Why do we all do this? What is this? It all happened pretty quickly. In the meantime that I couldn't see him, he was signaling his friend to come over, which was a regular sized adult, and told him to come over. He had a huge plastic bag with him. And he also, how do you know this? He also jumped into the water, and just when I was about to catch my breath, I opened my eyes underwater, and I could see that a huge plastic bag is being wrapped around me and closed underwater. So the entire bag was filled with water with no room for me to breathe. I feel like this is really, what's the fuck? Do you see anything embarrassing in this? I don't see it, okay? It's not giving embarrassing. It's giving crime scene investigation. See his fucking eye. FBI. And did nobody see this man carrying a huge majungus bag into the water? Did nobody question? Were they like, yeah, it's probably an inflate. The entire bag was filled with water. I would cry. I would throw up and probably I would perish in the bag. I wouldn't know what to do. Why the fuck am I in a bag underwater? Okay, I wouldn't know. I would think that my worst nightmare came true. That I was in a pool and the ground opened up and like the sea was underneath the pool and then like a huge bajungus whale swallowed me up. That is literally. I started to kick around and try to fight my way out. I eventually did rip through the plastic bag and swam away as fast as I could and started screaming out loud. I told the lifeguard what happened and they immediately got security down there. And apparently it was already rumored that these guys were always drunk and causing unnecessary chaos. Later the police came down and they told us that they had been looking for one of these guys for weeks because people reported one of them having an obsession with... That is dark. Bro, I'm just gonna say one of these, he had an obsession with deleting cats on the street for fun. I can't say the rest. What the fuck? I don't even know what to say.
Oh my
Gucci.
God.
My cousins and I found out that my uncle is doing it with... No. My uncle is doing it with our horse. My nigga. To keep a very long story short, there was one night where we had a little family gathering / game night. And just a side note, we live on a farm and we basically have 7 horses in our backyard, which 2 of them are ponies, which are small. I don't like these. Which are smaller horses. My mom and her brother, which is my uncle, grew up on this farm. Both my grandparents unfortunately passed away very early. That's why my mom owns the farm now. The thing is that growing up, my uncle always had his set of favorite animals on the farm. He was very attached to this one horse that we have, which she's called Freya. She's one of the pony... Bro. Sorry. Woo! Anytime he would come over to the farm, he would always go... I'm sorry. He would always go and take Freya for a walk. Until one time, stop. We had the family get together. This was around 9 p.m. It was very dark out. Me and my cousins wanted to go out to the horses to have a little garden session. If you know what I mean. I know what you mean. Everybody knows what you mean. Does your mama know what you mean? So we walked out and we heard something which sounded like groaning. And mind you, as we were walking, nobody had a flashlight on or anything. It was it was really dark out. As we were walking, we got closer to the sound. But because everyone was really scared, no one was talking until we were really close to the sound. I said stop. And then no one was talking. No one was talking. Nothing is funny. Nothing is funny. I said stop, and then one of my cousins I said stop, and then one of my cousins turned on their flashlight before and then one of my cousins turned on their flashlight before we even got to the gardening, and we stood right in front of my uncle giving it to Bro! What the whatever you do, take the man away from her. What possesses you in the mind to be like, yeah, a horse, boom? What? Are you mental? There is something broken. There is something that needs to be fixed. Whatever it is, okay, I don't want to know. Has you called the police? Because you should. Why would he do that? Very weird. Oh my god, Does he have a partner? Did you call your mama? Because I feel like your mama should know what her brother been doing to Freya. Take the pony, give her to the vet. Is that where they go? Or like a animal thing? I don't fucking know. Where the fuck do ponies go? Where the fuck does a horse go? Do they go to the zoo doctor? Girl, what the fuck is a zoo doctor? Lock that nigga up. Lock that nigga up real quick. Because whatever he's doing, he would do it twice. Thrice. Okay? Twice. I caught my best friend trying to steal my life and my man. And did you, I don't know, throw her out? Kidding! I'm in full support. What? Who said? I said that. And what you gonna do? And be very competitive with me, and then tried to convince me that I was going insane and that I was crazy. You can actually throw her. Oh my god, like I'm getting triggered! How nice. Did she gaslight you? Did she... I cannot. Just to put it out there, there's this app, Damon, that I use, right? If anybody's, I don't know, like trying to gaslight me or trying to make me feel like I'm going insane, I just put the situation in there. I'm just like, am I crazy? Am I crazy? Because it would just respond with, I don't logic. You know what I mean? It doesn't make you emotional. It keeps you rational. Because people like this deserve to be in hell. Jail. Prison. It's free. I'm gonna put that out there. It's like a pocket therapist. Like if I said that I was tired, then suddenly she was exhausted. If I said that I was busy, then magically she was busier. It even went as far as when my hamster died, I could swear that she actually purposely deleted hers as... I think there's a deeper problem here, because there's no way that both of these animals coincidentally passed away within 24 hours. No, there isn't. You're not crazy. There was this point where I got really suspicious of her, and she really creeped me out. I've been dating my boyfriend for 8 months, and last weekend we all went out. And tell me why she suddenly starts being extra nice to my boyfriend, laughing too hard, touching his arm, calling him by a nickname I ain't ever heard before. I have a few nicknames you can use. Kidding. So I pulled her to the side and confronted her about it, which is pretty hard for me since I kind of struggle with my boundaries and struggle to say no sometimes. And then she goes, "You're being dramatic." Hey! Let me show you dramatic. Dramatic. She said it so confidently that I actually started questioning myself. You should not start questioning yourself. Girl, you're not crazy. To an extent. Because if that bitch is still orbiting your aura, I'm gonna need you to throw that hoe out. Boom! Like I said, if you question your sanity, use the damn Damon app, okay? It also remembers you so you don't have to worry about explaining it 3,000 times. It gets ya. But then later that night, my boyfriend shows me messages. She had been DMing him, saying, if you ever get tired of her, you know I'm more your type. You rascal. It's not giving. It's not giving. So I found out that my boyfriend was hooking up with my sister's corpse. Rewind that back. Rewind it back. What do you mean? What do you... This took place last year. So me and my boyfriend have been together for at least 5 years. And well, now my ex-boyfriend... Thank God! Thank God! My sister unfortunately got terminally ill and had passed away due to lung cancer. And I didn't know that her and my boyfriend were pretty close. As in, like, you know, because he is her brother-in-law and all. But I just didn't know how close they were. And when my sister passed away, I was going through her phone. That's one of the... And I saw text messages and pictures and how often they would call. And then I got more and more suspicious, and I didn't know why, but I tried to convince myself that it was just, you know, friendly and not anything inappropriate. When a few months later, I was having intimate time with my boyfriend, and I found out that he was making me sick. I went ahead and went to a doctor's appointment and got a bunch of tests taken. They ended up telling me that I had sepsis. Jesus! Jesus! Love, he's sleeping with somebody that's dead. Immediately, I would understand what is going on. I would obviously be in denial, but I would not be crazy. Nigga, what? He's doing something that's not of this world. I would have had this man right in front of me and he would gaslight me to be like, oh, I don't really know what's going on. Man, you sticking your business up in shit that is not even a lie. Which I didn't know what it was. Oh, baby. Ooh, no. You don't know what that is? He told me that this is when somebody is having with somebody that has been deceased for quite some time. Mind you, this was the same doctor that also was present when my sister was going. He knows. There is no way this man does not connect the dots. Later that day, I got a call and he told me to get into the office the next day. I would want to get out of my own body. I would want to jump. This is a serious condition, and he thinks that he knows what's going on. He told me that a few days after my sister had passed away, my boyfriend kept visiting the morgue every single day, and the doctor told me that he thought that I knew. And oh my God, you are now sick. What the fuck do you do in that situation? I don't even know if I would be capable of crashing out. I don't even think that would be in my vocabulary, in my reality. Like, I feel like it's not. Do you get what I mean? It's not weird. If I really think about it, I genuinely feel like I would cease to motherfucking exist. I ended up confronting him, but I could tell you in a part 2 if you want. Yes! You tell me, is this considered a crime? Can somebody tell me? Because it should be. I found out that I was peeing on my grandma when she was having a heart attack. I'm sorry. When I was little, I would always go over to my grandma's house with some of my cousins. One day we were over there with my parents and 3 other cousins. We were all just playing around, and then suddenly my grandma told me to come sit on her lap. And I was like, sure. And she handed me a box of my favorite cookies. I got super excited. And so I yelled. I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. But I think because of my yell, she got scared, or she was shocked. And that might have caused the heart attack that I didn't know was happening. And the thing is that I was so happy that when I yelled, I saw the shocked look on my grandma's face. And it was so funny to me that I started laughing hysterically and started peeing my pants while I was while I was peeing my pants and laughing. My grandma, who I was sitting on, started getting a heart attack. And I didn't know when I looked at her. I thought she was laughing as well. Y'all, go to hell. I'm so sorry. Ooh, because she looked like she was out of breath. And then suddenly, a few seconds in, my mom got up and she was looking at my grandma and she was like, "That don't look right." I am so sorry. But you peeing on your that is, I don't even know. You what the fuck? That is so, nah, that's not. Meanwhile, I got up and started apologizing, being like, sorry, I couldn't hold it anymore because I literally peed on the woman. And then shortly after, we figured out that she was having an actual heart attack, so we called 911. I just want to know if this woman is still alive, cause I would have. Why? What? Like, girl. Yeah, and you laughing? And she's like, and then you, like, something, I walked in on my teacher licking the toilet. No. I feel like I can't keep doing it. Do not say that this is very scarring for me. You get what I mean? Why would you start off? Like, I know that I sometimes start off like a little odd.
Does a worm have a coochie?
Like, how is you ghetto? Like, I walked in on my teacher licking the toilet seat in the girls' bathroom. I know, insane, right? No. Insane. Insane. Me and my classmates unfortunately found out that my teacher was doing things to himself in the girls' bathroom during breaks. We even caught him licking the toilet. Hey! My nigga. Do you not think that this, like, information should be, I don't know, handed over to the authorities? Why you share that to me? A few years ago, I had this English teacher, but she got pregnant, and after the pregnancy, she fell into a burnout. So we got a new English teacher, which was a man. At first, he seemed pretty chill. I mean, he was making a lot of jokes in the classroom. Sometimes his jokes would be a little bit too adult. But then again, everybody was laughing at his jokes because nobody would really make those jokes with us, because they were too, like I said, adult. Then one day, that's a red flag. Why you, like, where the fuck? This is all feeling a little bit illegal. He was making, you know what? Then one day, me and my friend during break needed to go to the bathroom, and we remembered that he was always wearing this really strong cologne. And so when we walked into the bathroom, his cologne scent was everywhere. We just kind of looked at each other, and I signed at her like, hold on. And so I got into one of the bathroom stalls and got on top of the toilet. When I peeked over, I saw him doing things to him. No. No. It just progressively gets worse. Do you get what I mean? When does it end? When does it stop? When am I gonna be like, oh, this is not like, this is, you know? Like, it's not giving. Do you get what I mean? Sorry, my inner demon came out.
Oh my god, bro.
Doing things to himself in the girls' bathroom. I was so disgusted by what I saw, I did not even know what to do in that moment. Call the police? How many times do I need to tell you? Call the police. Don't think twice, okay? You see something? Boom. That's when you pick up your damn phone. What are you waiting for? Like, I just feel like it's not really making any sense to me. It's not really making. I didn't even believe what I saw, so I got off of the toilet, and then, like I said, I couldn't believe what I saw, so I looked over again, and I saw him licking the what possibly was going through this man's brain when he was like, yeah, next level. No, therapy is actually jail, prison. What about that? You know what I mean? Like, you don't even need therapy anymore. It's just over. It's done. It's finished. Finito. Do you ever think about the fact that he's capable of doing that? What makes you think he's not gonna do anything else? Huh? When I tell you I almost threw up, I am not kidding. I told my friend what happened and what I saw, and then we came up with a plan that we needed to film him and, show the principal. And we ended up doing that, and luckily we got him fired. But it was absolutely insane how this went. I hope he didn't just get fired. No, kidding. Seize that nigga. What do you want me to say? Redemption? What is that? Not in this case, honey. I know where he belongs. I think we all do. Right? Right. Right. I caught my husband f***ing our dog. You really never know what's going on in somebody's house, do you? What? We're gonna need to start giving warnings, I guess, because in terms of who takes the dogs out for a walk, honestly depends on who has to work that day. We have a dog named Sheila. Sheila was originally my husband's dog that he and his previous girlfriend owned together. His ex-girlfriend unfortunately has passed away, so he was the one that kept the dog. We also have another one named Jehovah. That ain't no dog name. It was Jehovah witnessing. It's not funny. You can name your dog whatever the fuck it is that you want to name it, okay? Call it Jesus. What? We got that one together. I sometimes take Sheila for a walk. Then one day, he randomly, constantly insisted on him taking Sheila out for a walk. And I was like, okay, sure, why not? And he did that for a while, until one time I suggested again that I took Sheila out for a walk. And he almost got mad at me for asking. And I thought that behavior was really weird. So I just let him do his thing, and I went ahead and went online shopping. My laptop died, so I decided to take his iPad. The second that I clicked on Safari, I wanted to throw away my eyes. I came across a website with videos that contained dog Blake! Pause! Stop! What? Everything is just getting weird. Can we not keep it to the normal embarrassing, like, oh my god, like I slipped in front of my crush. I almost didn't believe what I saw, so I just left it untouched and charged my laptop instead. When he got home, that's when I kind of started analyzing his behavior. 2 days later, when he took Sheila out for a walk again, what he did was he walked around for a little while around the neighborhood, and then he took his car and went to the nearest park. Mind you, at this time it's already dark out. And when I tell you what I saw, I completely understand now why that one position is his favorite. You cannot be making these jokes. I saw him with Sheila do it. Enough is enough. I was yelling at him, and I asked him why he was doing that. He tried to gaslight me at first. And you try to gaslight your motherfucking way out of the situation, how you belong in hell. Not jail, not prison. Hell! What was he gonna try to convince you of anyways, okay? Oh, I just get your raggedy motherfucking ass out my fucking face right now. Cause I'm not gonna buy shit of what you just said, okay? I saw you put your dingleberry in Michelle. Stop screaming, you're loud. Okay. But then he quickly stopped and told me that he misses his ex-girlfriend. And by doing this, he feels closer to her. He really knows how to put the cherry on motherfucking top. If it could not get any worse. Something is off. A whole lot. His pants for sure. But that needs to be investigated. I'm telling you, that nigga is not right in the head. You need to take him to a psych ward. Call the police. You know, I mean, file for divorce right now. Do you need a lawyer? I'm the best in town. I was so in shock. I looked him dead in the eyes and left. Took my shit once I got home and went to my best friend's place. And the next day, I immediately filed for divorce. Immediately! You heard what she said? So I've been talking to my ex again. And I know that I probably shouldn't because everybody else is telling me to stop doing that. And then why are you? But the thing is, just last night, we had an amazing sleepover. Sleepover? sleep over my ass. I was born, but not yesterday, okay? I know that he passed. Pause! We had an amazing sleepover. I know that he passed away, but I still have feelings for him. Something ain't adding up. Something ain't adding up here. Something ain't adding. You had a sleep and you and he and now and you. So a few weeks ago, I convinced my husband. It's not adding up. It's not adding up. I mean, it's not adding up. Break. Pause. So what is it? Who you with? You know what I mean? What you mean, your husband? I convinced my husband to buy me a Ouija board. Yeah, just jump right into it. Come on now, you can't make it work. And I told him that I wanted to connect with my grandma. He was strongly against it. Oh, I wonder why. Until I begged him to buy me the Ouija board. I've been why are you begging your husband to? You know what? That's not. Ever since I got it, I've been talking to my ex every single night. This is really not a police matter. Have you ever heard about a therapist? But lately, I've noticed. I've noticed that strange things are starting to happen in my house. It's almost like he's trying to delete me to be with him forever. But I don't want that because I'm afraid to leave my husband. What should I do? I feel like we're going to need to do the elite combo. We're going to get a priest and we're going to get a therapist, okay? But the therapist is really going to be your priority because honestly, I don't really know what's going on. That's not who you think it is, okay? It says Zimon. What is that? Zimon is French for demon. That's not French for demon. What is French for demon? Whatever you did, you got something attached to your ass. Literally. And you need to immediately remove that thing. You know what I mean? I wish you well. This ain't none of my business. I ain't ever I walked in on my brother drinking blood. How about I just... One day I got back from school and I was looking for my phone charger. I couldn't find it, so I decided that I was going to take my brother's. I opened the door only to find him on his knees. I need to grow up. Drinking red juice. I stood there for a second and I asked him why the hell he was sitting on the floor and drinking like that. Then I joked around about the drink looking like blood. He looked at me and literally said, "Bruh, don't be weird. Bruh, don't." I grabbed my charger that was on his nightstand and I just walked out. The next day, his girlfriend came over. As I walked by his room, I heard my name drop, so I started listening. And then they deadass started talking about how he got caught drinking her blood. I don't know what kind of freak show this is. Hey! I don't give a fuck. That's weird. And don't come here talking about some, oh, but you shouldn't shame any shame! What are you gonna do? I don't know what kind of creepy vampire bullshit. I'm gonna need you to step out. Actually, disown him. Kidding! She said it was fine. Don't let anybody else find out. This is supposed to be our secret. Now, absolutely. I was convinced that this was some creepy foreplay. It's not a crazy thought. An hour later, she left. I went into my brother's room and asked him what the hell they were talking about, and if that red juice that I saw him drinking out of a bag was in fact blood. He started to joke around, but He started to joke around, but I know when he lies. He got so overwhelmed that he actually started to cry and told me that he didn't want to do that anymore. Long story short, literally a few days after, I found out that my brother's girlfriend was actually plotting against me because she was convinced that me and my brother were hooking up, so she wanted to make him hers permanently by letting him drink that. Meanwhile, me and my brother only hooked up whose side am I supposed to be on? Because everybody's evil equally. Okay, well, no, only once. I wanted to put a curse on my baby daddy, but he ended up coming out as gay and sleeping with my father. Not too long ago, I got really upset with my baby daddy because he had missed 3 child support payments, and on top of that, I caught him trying to steal money from my mom. Where exactly did you find this man? Can you not go back? Like, when he went to go pick up our son at her place. Personally, I'm very big on spirituality, etc. And I got really fed up with him one day, and I decided that I wanted to ruin his life. The next day, my mother called me crying because she found my baby daddy and her husband, which is my father, in her bed. In her bed? Now that's just disrespectful. Yo! That is not your baby daddy. That is your stepfather. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. Do you want to be sedated? The person that I went to in order for me to perform the ritual actually told me that my baby daddy went to him as well to put a curse on my mother. And y'all just be doing anything. Y'all just be flipping and flop. So she would never find out about the fact that he was sleeping with my dad. My sister went to him as well, and she was trying to make my baby daddy fall in love with her. Man, this ain't Harry Potter. I don't know, what did the mother do? What did she wish for, huh? What did she wish? I thought I could move on from all this, but I just found out that my sister is pregnant from him, and he's planning to marry my Why are we Are y'all being for real? There is no way. There is no way. There is one problem here, and that is that guy. You need to take him out. Any which way you can. Strike that. What are the children gonna be? What is your son gonna be to your sisters? Do you what are they gonna be? Brothers? Cousins? Brother, cousin? I'm so lost. I don't know what to do. What do you think I should do? You're asking me? Oh, I should give you like grown advice, right? And honestly, like if you just want to be like real messy, just get with his father. What? Kidding. I'm joking. Because Sissy want to be family that bad. He's not gonna stop. Next time you know, he's gonna get with your grandma. This is a loose screw. This is a screw that's gonna keep on screwing every single body in that entire fight. You need to take action immediately. You know what type? Part of me just wants to be like, ain't no fucking way. But then I remember, there is crazy people out there. Can you please help me? I hooked up with my teacher. I'm not the one you should go to. Honestly! I'm not the one you should go to. This is the how many time that I heard something about a teacher. We need to stop. We need to. Last week. Oh! It's recent. And my grandma walked. Can we hold on? Rewind. Can you please help me? I hooked up with my teacher last week, and my grandma walked in on us in the classroom because she was going to pick me up, and now she told the principal, and they're threatening to fire him. I don't know what to do because we're in love, but the thing is that I just turned 18. That's so it's technically completely legal, and he's 45. Technically legal in a classroom. Your grandma walked in. What in the fuck? We're going too fast. We need structure. We need structure here. You can't just drop bomb. It's technically legal. Shut up! Shut up! And then you ask me for help. Baby, I can't help you. It's even worse because he does have a wife and children. And a son who's my age. He hasn't come out yet to them, and I'm the one helping him. I feel so hopeless because I don't want to lose him. He's my first gay love. What should I do? I don't know what. And And y'all, and this is genuinely criminal. Everything y'all are telling me are crime confessions. What's his name? What is his name? What is his name? Technically, I'm legal. Illegal! Bye. I need help. My dead ex. Oh no! Wait! I wasn't laughing about that. Hold on. Girl, I need help. My dead ex-boyfriend is haunting me. We have been through this a bajillion times, okay? What y'all think I got Ghostbusters on motherfucking speed dial? Honey! That is not your ex-boyfriend. That is not your ex-boyfriend, okay? And I don't want to... Everybody and their mama always trying to get sentimental, talking about something like, oh my God, like... Tell me why. You just sitting. A worm falls out of the sky. Not out of the sky. It falls out of a tree. Boom. You see it. Oh my God. That's my grandma. How the fuck do you think? And why do you think that your grandma was like, yeah, let me reincarnate into a worm. Let me try to communicate. Why would she come back as a worm? You get what I mean? Because personally, I would... And I don't know how to feel about it. I'm kind of flattered. See, there's already a whole bunch of shit wrong with you. But scared at the same time. Because what if it's not him, you know? Oh! What? What if it's... Megwadi. What if it's not him? It's not! It is not him! Okay? The other night, I was just in my room and I randomly smelled his perfume. I just knew it was him. So I tried to contact... Why is my house haunted? Bitch, you try to contact the mother... I just don't think that brain is working. But you're flattered, so... I guess it's a win-win, right? Right? He's asking me to join... Ah! He's asking me to join him to the other side. What kind of fuckery voodoo bullshit? He said that that would make him really happy. And that kind of scared me, but also gave me a bit of a thrill. Babe, what do you think I should do? I think you should, well, I don't think it's appropriate what I'm about to say. So let me shut up. Last year, my Uber tried to kidnap me and do stuff to me. But I wasn't really mad at him because that's kind of always been my dream. Because it's kind of been my dream. Oh! Did you know mental hospitals are a thing? So I was hanging out with my friends and then it got late and decided to go home. I just ordered an Uber to get me home, not really thinking anything of it. Obviously, until my Uber arrived. He already looked a bit sketchy. He had his hood up and had colored glasses on. Not black, just green. So he already looked suspicious and you were like, ah! Yeah, let me get in, bitch! Did you know that feeling in your body that's like, hey, maybe not, maybe don't, maybe get the fuck out? Is there for a reason. Did you know that? Surprise! I feel like you should listen to it. I feel like you should start. I decided not to act out of fear because it kind of got me excited. Whatever kind of 50 shades of fucked up. It kind of got me excited. You know what should get you excited? Therapy. I sat in the back of the car and didn't touch my phone at all. I was kind of just looking at him from behind until I suddenly felt an arm from the front and from the back. And you know, if I would personally, I would jump out of that driving vehicle. Okay, turns out there was a hole in the seat next to me that led to the trunk of the car and there was a guy hiding in there that grabbed me. Nigga, what the fuck? I immediately felt it through my entire body, thinking my dreams finally came true. You don't know these people. Like, maybe if it's like your man, something like, y'all, you know, like a little. But are you okay? Although I was kind of scared, suddenly my Uber stopped, locked the doors, and he jumped from the front seat to the back seat. And that's when I was slapped, trying to touch all my. While he was trying and I tried to push him away, his glasses fell. And when I looked up to see who was under the hood, I almost couldn't believe my eyes. This could not be more fucked up. This could not. It was my teacher. It can't get worse. The person that was in the back happened to be my own father. You don't know these people. You don't know these spoke too fucking soon. I spoke too soon. The weird thing about all of this is that I kind of wish they continued. That mental hospital really is gonna come in handy one day. I was debating on whether I should be like, oh my God, and they don't give a. Look at what you just said. That's weird. That's weird. I used to have a fear of black people until I tasted one. Now this can only go two ways. Okay? It's either or it's. You know what I mean? And it truly changed my perspective. A few years ago, I went traveling with my family, and we ended up going to Africa. We wanted to do a safari and the whole nine, but we ended up meeting some local people. What? And kidding! I hope I'm joking. And they decided to take us to some tribes. Maybe my brain is fucked. Maybe we only had breakfast that day, so we were pretty hungry. So you decided to eat. They decided to set up a barbecue, and you put the people on the. This is not funny. This is cannibalism. Okay. This is not. This is potentially problematic. This really tall man joined us for dinner, and that's when I absolutely fell in love. Oh! He happened to be able to talk English, and I talked with him the entire night. We were talking about food and special delicacies that he had, and I was so intrigued, but I was more intrigued by him. So was my family, but I was the one that was talking with him the most. I decided that I wanted to show him something on my phone. So I took him privately. And that's when you ate. It's not fucking funny. And that's when I stared into his eyes and we kissed. And I absolutely fell more in love. So, yeah. I might be the problem. But in my defense, shit that you were saying was not adding the fuck up. Okay? Exhibit A. You stated, I used to have a fear of black people until I tasted one. Never in my years of living has anybody come up to me and said, I knew you was traveling, right? And let's say I knew you was going somewhere in Asia, right? And I know you was in the forest, right? You send me pictures and all that. You come back. Tell me, I gotta tell you something. Okay.
I tasted some Asians, but I was scared of them.
Oh my God! I'm not thinking, oh my God. I'm not thinking that. I didn't know that I was starting. Oh, because everybody say like, oh, I don't care. I like all flavors. Oh, still though, it don't well. You said we went to Tribes, okay? And you don't know what they doing there. You don't know. It's not all of them. And then you said y'all was pretty hungry, right? So when you put that into, like you said, and then you said something about a barbecue. So, and then you said you took him privately. Am I the problem? Yes, potentially. Woman! Personally, me? If somebody came up to me and said, man, I used to be afraid of Japanese, and you said, yeah, I went to Japanese, and then you said, like, yeah, I tasted some Japanese, I would think he was insane. You know what I mean? But, like, you knew what you was doing, and you knew it from the start, okay? This is a setup. This is a setup. Y'all gotta look out there.